Hey everybody, it's Jonny Bowden. I'm going to talk about a subject that's probably going to get me a lot of hate mail, but I'm going to tell you what I think about it anyway. And that's the subject of what I call fake meat, which is, to me, to real food, what fake news is to real news. So here's the thing. There are many people who will make the case that these various meat substitutes, these vegan meat patties that are being sold all over the place, Beyond Meat, the Impossible Burger, all of them, are better for the environment. Maybe, maybe not. It's based on statistics that are not always accepted, but that's really a separate discussion than the one I want to have with you, because I want to have the one with you about nutrition. So let's put the environmental concerns aside. Are they actually better for your health? And since we really don't have any research on it, we're kind of guessing. I'll just tell you my opinion, which is I think they're crap. What you have here is the halo of health over a product because it's plant-based. You know what? French fries are plant-based too. Let's get over with the plant-based. We all want more vegetables and fruits in our diet. This is not doing that. This is kind of buying into the notion that meat is really bad for you, a notion I do not buy into, and I'll tell you about that in a second. And it's also buying into the notion that as long as it comes from vegan sources, it's great for you. Well, to anybody who believes that, I say look at the ingredients in a vegan pizza. I mean, we're talking about foods that are highly processed. And if anybody who has ever listened to me knows anything about what I believe, it's that we should be eating real food. The ingredients in real beef, there's one of them, one ingredient, beef. The ingredients in the Impossible Burger, Beyond Meat, all of those things, it's between 18 and 21 ingredients. Why do you need that many ingredients if it's a whole food? You don't, because it's not a whole food. It's a highly processed food. It's a processed veggie burger. And it's made to smell like and bleed like meat, and it has ingredients like soy Lego hemoglobin, which is, what they use to make it bleed, but it's actually a genetically modified soy is the main ingredient in that. And some of the ingredients for some of the formulas that they use have genetically modified yeast and wheat gluten, which is not only an inferior form of protein, but very inflammatory for many people. It's just basically a junk processed food, as far as I'm concerned, that lets people feel, and I know people don't like to hear this, but it lets you feel very righteous, like you're really doing something good for the planet. It's sort of like driving a Prius, it makes a statement. But does it really do that good? I think that's very questionable. And I think it's very questionable whether it's a healthier substitute, a healthier food to consume than beef. And let me just say a word about that. I agree with all the people who want to eat less red meat because the red meat we eat is crap. I agree with that. Factory farmed meat is a toxic waste dump. But there's an alternative that isn't a processed, chemically made veggie burger. And that alternative is sustainable, healthy, grass-fed, organic meat. You can't beat that. That's a health food. It doesn't have an inferior source of protein that's missing certain amino acids, and it doesn't need 21 other ingredients to keep it together. It's just a real health food with healthy fat and healthy amino acid balance and very bioavailable protein. And if you get the kind that isn't factory farmed and isn't made, in factories where they're fed antibiotics and steroids and hormones and all the rest of the stuff that they feed factory farmed meat, when it's not fed all that, it's a very healthy food. And I'm not sure why we even need a substitute for it. I think we need a substitute for factory farmed junk meat, but I don't think we need a substitute for organically farmed, healthy, sustainably raised cattle. And that's what we should be eating, not the fake food sold as a health food that's really nothing more than something made in a chemical factory. So that's my take on the fake burgers. I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of whole foods, and that certainly does not meet that requirement. Now, this is Jonny Bowden. I hope you liked this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, keep the questions coming, and I will talk to you next time.